Well, hello and welcome to Astrology at the Round Table. I'm Jennifer. This is Jasmine. Mouse is here too. We'll see if he shows up. But this is astrology, an astrology overview, a rundown for August 2023. Just the basics, you know. So we're starting off the month with a bang. First of all, we have the Sun and Venus in Leo. Venus is retrograde. We have Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, also retrograde. Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus. And Virgo is hosting Mercury and Mars. That's how we're starting off the month. And now we are moving into a really big, it's a big season. I feel like it's a big season. I really do, because we have our first blue moon since 2021 this month. I know. We did not have a blue moon in 2022. So here we go. The first full moon that we have is on August 1st. We're starting off with a bang, like I said. This is the second supermoon of the year. It hits its peak at 2:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is in Aquarius. And Aquarius is what you see is what you get. I mean, Aquarius is definitely the, well, here I am, take it or leave it kind of thing. Meanwhile, we have the Sun in like that competitive Leo energy going, see me, see me, see me, which is fantastic. And the full moon is always a time of release of some kind. We're releasing, we release from the full moon to the new moon, but we start that release process at the full moon. And I love this because you manifest from the new moon to the full moon, and then you release it out, and then you start releasing clutter from your life so that you can really start like manifesting something big at the new moon. So this is an excellent time for making steady progress, since we can see the connection between our individuality with the Sun in Leo and working with others, or working in some sort of partnership with Aquarius. Yeah, I know, it's kind of cool. Now, because Venus is retrograde in Leo, we're taking a lot of second looks at relationships, all kinds of relationships, romantic, business, whatever. We're taking we're taking a second look at those relationships. We're also taking a second look at our business matters. Like we're taking a second look at our income stream. What needs to be addressed? What do we need to do? What do we need to release? What do we need to let go of during this time? Very important that we take a searching look at this from time to time, right? Now, there's some different things happening with this full moon in Aquarius. Normally, Leo and Aquarius are pretty good at expressing themselves, right? Mercury on this day is in opposition to Saturn during this full moon. So it may actually be difficult for us to enunciate like what's going on with our feelings. It may really be challenging for us to say what we are feeling. So some of us may just hide out and wait for a bit until it passes. I wouldn't exactly say this is ghosting. I would say this is like a mini ghost, because you're just like, I don't really know if I can deal with that. So waiting until this passes, you'll be fine. Yeah. On the 6th of August, we have Sun square Jupiter, which is being very thoughtful about your problems before reacting or acting on these issues that are taking place in your life. On the 9th, we have Venus square Uranus, which could mean a boost in your love life. Ooh, loving that. We also have Mercury trine Jupiter, which is very rewarding and lucky, especially in a time of work or in your work life. On the 15th, we have the Sun square Uranus and Taurus. This is a great time for you to keep going when you are learning from your mistakes. Don't get bogged down in your mistakes. Just learn from them and just, keep going, keep moving. On the 16th, we have a new moon in Leo. Oh, yeah, all that Leo energy. So, Leos are so loyal. They're so loyal. This is a wonderful time of self-expression. This is a great time for you to focus on your passions. This is a time for you to be unique and show that unique energy that you can bring to the table. Don't let criticism, self-criticism, or criticism from others stop you from shining during this time, because this is a time for you to shine. Even if you're not a Leo. Yeah. Remember though, Venus is still retrograde in Leo, so watch your spending and don't start any new romantic ventures. And please, for the love of all that's holy, don't make any major changes to your appearance until Venus goes direct. Venus in Leo, very much about appearance. All right, so on that same day, on the 16th, we also have Mars trine Uranus. So this is very important to focus on the path before you and not the path behind you. On the 22nd of August, we have Venus square Jupiter, which is a day to really be super sensitive about your feelings, about your emotions. Yeah. On the 23rd, we have the Sun entering Virgo. Yeah. And all the Virgos went, they're finally going to understand me. Or maybe not. This can really be a time of trying to make everything perfect. But you don't have to be perfect to be able to contribute. Remember that. This is a time to be detail-oriented. It's definitely a time of organized activity. And by what I'm saying, organized activities, I mean that you are organizing. You're probably organizing that hall closet that you've been meaning to get to. You know which one I'm talking about. Organize your shoe collection. Or for me, sit back and help my Virgo son organize his Legos into different shapes and colors, and yeah, it's crazy. So it really is a time to strive for perfection, but you do not have to be perfection to contribute something. This is a wonderful time to embrace the best that life has to offer, or the best that maybe you can afford during this time, because again, Venus is retrograde and we need to watch our spending. We don't need to go over budget in anything. Pay attention to that. The best thing about the Sun entering Virgo is that everybody feels more practical. They want to work harder towards their goals. And they're really paying attention to the details and organizing their lives. It's a wonderful time. Now, here's something else that's happening on that day. Mercury, Virgo's ruler, goes retrograde in Virgo until September 15th. So Mercury is going retrograde in Virgo. Mercury retrogrades in 2023 are hitting every earth sign. So we started off the year with Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Then Mercury was retrograde in Taurus. Now Mercury's retrograde in Virgo. We're going to end the year again with Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. So we're definitely looking at maybe reassessing some of our foundation things, because all of the earth signs are really about staying grounded. It's a general synopsis. Very general. So, the miscommunication, the misunderstandings, all of those things that usually happen during Mercury retrograde are going to really be focusing and hitting the hardest our routines, our habits, our daily work, anything that we're doing in a partnership sort of way. If we're collaborating on something, that's going to be sort of difficult. And it's also going to be hitting our emotional health and maybe even our physical health a bit. Most Virgos like to exercise a lot. I may not be that Virgo. I do like to exercise, but it's different. It's very different from day to day. Yeah. So there's a lot that, when Mercury goes retrograde in all of these different earth signs, is hitting a little bit of a different target in each. This is the target that it's hitting in Virgo. The positive thing about Mercury being retrograde in Virgo, again, he rules Virgo, is getting some clarity. Oh, yeah. It's getting clarity on the plans that we have for our future. It's the plans that we have for our spiritual journey, the plans that we have for our business journey, our path in general, our life path. So this is about how we're making plans for that. If there's any changes that need to be made, now is a good time. It's a really good time to reassess and say, okay, am I headed in the wrong direction with this idea? Am I headed in the wrong direction with this idea? Do I need to change this process up? Do I need to alter some stuff going on with this project? Now's a good time to reassess so that you can find, I would say more success, so that you can find your goals, so that you can really go, okay, this is what I want, and achieve your goals in a better way, more organized way. I know, I love saying that, by the way. On the 24th, we do get a little help with all this retrograde energy because Mars is trying Pluto. So when Mars is trying Pluto, he's clearing out the fog. He's taking away some of the clutter, maybe physical clutter as well, but definitely spiritual clutter, mental clutter. Absolutely. So Mars trying Pluto is going to give us a little bit of help with all this retrograde energy that we have going on, especially with that Mercury retrograde in Virgo. On the 27th, we have Mars entering Libra. Now, Mars, he's not at his most powerful in Libra. He's not at the fall position. I believe that's Cancer, but he is in his detriment position. So it's not the worst place, but it's pretty close. So he's not fond of being in Libra, but that's okay, because when Mars is in Libra, this is helping us to shift our perspective. We're shifting from that Mars energy, that driving force of ambition, that driving force to get ahead and make it happen. We're shifting from that to let's build a foundation. Let's reinforce or strengthen or build our foundation so again, we can reach our goals in a better way. We can reach our goals in a more structured way, and we have this wonderful foundation to lean on. It's really awesome. On the same day, we have the Sun opposing Saturn, which is this is hard work on projects in your business, maybe even in your personal life, but this is working hard on those projects. On the 28th, we have Uranus going retrograde in Taurus. So Uranus is going to be retrograde for about 5 months. And this is a time for you to discover your self-worth. It's a time for you to see the value that you have, to recognize your own value. Because when Uranus is in Taurus, we value money a bit differently. We're not as focused on the actual money, bring it in, but we're focused on its value and how much did it cost us to get there. So we're really focused on the amount of money that it would take for us to be able to take time off, to relax, to enjoy ourselves. So it's a good thing. It really is. This is a time of personal epiphanies, epiphanies about your personal life, having those aha moments. But this is definitely a time for you to see the value in yourself and leave behind the negative criticisms, whether they're coming from others or if they're coming from your own head, from yourself. It's time for you to leave those behind and just say, okay, I'm doing okay. I'm going to leave the negative thought cycles behind, and I'm going to keep moving forward. It's the best thing that you can do in this time period. Yeah. And last but not least, on August 30th at 9:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the second full moon of the month, our blue moon, full moon in Pisces. Yeah, it's great. And again, no blue moons in 2022, so we haven't had a blue moon since August of 2021. Yeehaw! With this full moon in Pisces, our empathy is wide open. I mean, it is just wide open. This is a very sensitive moon. It's a compassionate moon, so we can feel compassion for ourselves and for others. This is an excellent time for creative or spiritual pursuits. This is a time of choosing between the dreaminess and idealistic, like, I hope for this, and reality. It's very important that we balance those things so that we can make our dreams become a reality. And our head's just not up in the clouds, but it is grounded in some way. This moon can also make us feel a tad insecure. Just a tad. So we just need to embrace that and just be like, all right, okay, I can do this. I can do this. And you can make your dreams a reality. Love this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for August. I mean, I just love the blue moon. Yeah, I love the blue moon aspect. And you know, I'm a Virgo, so I'm just digging it. I'm like, of course, it does start Virgo season for us in our house and in our family. There are so many Virgos in our family. Like in our extended family, I was just like, what are we all doing here? It's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you so much for joining me for August 2023's astrology overview. Don't forget to watch your monthly numerology and the Zodiac readings that I will have for August for the full moon in Aquarius, the new moon in Leo, and the full moon in Pisces. It's going to be great. It really is. So you get like 3 readings for the Zodiacs this month. It's great. All right. Well, thank you again for joining me. And oh, by the way, I have noticed that about 80% of you that are watching have not subscribed to my channel. If you feel led to, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much with the algorithms, and yes, please just help me out. So I would appreciate it. If you don't feel like, subscribing, that's okay. Continue watching. That helps me too. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful August. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.